Okay, this is an very alternate commentary for...
Extremely alternate.
Very alternate commentary for Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
The 1993 Steven Spielberg classic.
Yes.
And I'm going to say classic because
it is a classic.
It's how much better than Jurassic World is this?
It's quite a lot.
Quite a lot better than Jurassic World.
Yeah. Although Jurassic World's better than Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Yeah. Anything's better than Jurassic Park 3.
Well, not quite anything. I mean, Green Lantern.
Okay. Yeah, right. I'd rather watch Jurassic Park 3 than Green Lantern.
Original Godzilla. Like the 90s Godzilla.
Oh, what's his face one? The
Matthew Punchable Broderick.
Yeah. Even that has a couple of things going for it. I'd rather watch that than
like
Green
the
Lantern.
End credits.
I'd rather watch that than Green Lantern.
Yeah, true. Okay.
All right, this is okay. If you want to listen to a commentary, line your.
Do you think anyone actually does that? Do you think anyone actually watches along?
I don't know.
I would love it if they do.
It'd be great if they did.
I don't think they do.
I mean, if there was some option for us to pop up on their screen as little silhouettes in the corner, that'd be even funnier. But
like science fiction mystery theatre.
Yeah, no. I have no idea if anyone does it. But line your DVD up to the Universal logo, so the Universal symbol is just across the Earth. Classic Universal thing. Actually, that's not the classic one. Where are we?
It was like the first time they did the sort of 3D-ish one, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah, I think so, because I remember like, whoa.
I do remember being kind of blown away.
Being like, wow. It's like the first time it went round the globe and you were like, it came out of the sunset and went round the globe.
Oh, yeah, because the Earth just used to shoot at you through the...
yeah. It would go around the globe and you're just like... That's really cool.
Did the one before that just had the Earth sort of rolling towards the camera and then the Universal symbol just appeared over it?
It just sat there in space, didn't it? Turning, because it couldn't move the camera.
Oh, is that how it did it?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. Yeah. They're all on YouTube. There's a clip with every single Universal.
A very long time ago. But I remember being like, wow, 3D.
Yeah. Back when we were blown away by such things.
CGI. Well, they went after we'd done the dinosaurs. This bit was easy. Got a bit of budget left over.
But anyway, line your DVD up to that point and press play now.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Now.
All right, now.
There you go.
God damn this controller.
Well, it had gone to screensaver.
Yeah, there's a crappy controller anyway. There's an excellent piece of music here. It's John Williams again, just perfectly introducing another brilliant Steven Spielberg film.
Is there anybody who doesn't know it's John Williams? I was actually wondering where the music was. I forgot we muted it. Why can I not hear it? Why can I not hear the awesome score?
Music.
Jurassic Park.
Did you see this at the cinema?
Yeah, God, yeah. Hell yeah. I was just about old enough to see it at the cinema.
It was 93, wasn't it? Yeah.
93, 94. Yeah, I think it was made 93 but came out 94.
What's in the bushes?
I know, I remember being so excited. Like, oh my god, it's going to be a dinosaur. Like, straight away.
What's in the bushes?
It's going to be a dinosaur and it's like a crate. I was like, oh.
A dinosaur's illuminous?
There's just some guy shaking the trees. Shake the trees, shake them.
Oh, yeah, ultimate badass.
Yeah, I remember the first time I ever saw those shotguns as well and being like, what the fuck are those? Those are awesome.
With a hand cannon.
Yeah, it's absolutely immense.
But they've got all this high technology at Jurassic Park. And
this does look like a soundstage, though. If we're going to be evil, it does clearly look like a soundstage.
Okay, yeah, there's a couple of bits, just plants and trees and stuff. But I don't know. I think it is. No, I think it is outdoors. It's just they're using really because I mean they've got
that's kind of
the
just
Raptor
sad
thing,
then, isn't it? If it just looks like a stage and it's not.
But I mean, come on, that's the Raptor thing you see later on. That little pen there.
Yeah. No wonder they're pissed off. There's nowhere to go. It's like a foot across.
I mean, we say all the bad things about Jurassic World, but think of how much space the dinosaurs had to roam around in there.
I know.
But anyway, all the high technology that Hammond put on this park, and they need a guy to pull
you gotta
the
push
cage thing up.
Yeah, you got to push the cage into position. And there's no way of locking it, so the thing just pushes it back.
We spared no expense. Yeah, Hammond, you did.
I really think you did.
You did.
Spared a lot of expense. Like programming, only getting like one guy to program the whole security system.
Yeah, I would have said more on health and safety, maybe a little less ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. The guy just lifts it up by hand.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And then I'll get smacked in the face by the thing sliding back.
But this bit was kind of gruesome for a kid to watch.
It was. I remember actually there was quite a lot of controversy at the time because they really had to fight to get it the rating that it had.
Because it was...
Because they wanted it to be a kids' film because it's about dinosaurs and stuff.
Because it was still a PG. The 12A rating...
12
well, the 12 rating didn't come in until
advisory.
Spider-Man.
It was a 12 advisory.
And that didn't come in until Spider-Man. That was the first film that got 12.
Yeah, but I remember them saying that you had, nobody under 12 could watch it without an adult.
What, Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I remember that because I was just about the right age.
But it was PG.
Yeah, but it was 12 advisory.
Yeah, that 12A didn't come along until...
Oh, God, believe me, I was fucking there.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. I repeat
I was there.
myself.
But, I mean, the weird thing is, this came out at exactly the same time as Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Mrs. Doubtfire...
Wow, what an amazing decade.
Mrs. Doubtfire had a higher age rating than this.
Did it really?
It did. I think Doubtfire was a 15.
Yeah.
But this was PG?
Because I remember it. It was like it was on the news and everything. They were fighting, to get the rating down. Because they were like, well, no kids are going to be able to see it. And the whole film's just like aimed at kids with all these toys and it's just dinosaurs.
It's a quality kids film. Kids. I mean, this is one of those films that I think all kids should watch.
But I do love the way that, they bang on in this about the merchandising and everything. And then in real life it happened.
Yeah, basically everything that you saw on screen was available to buy at some point.
It was like the way that the Toy Story thing imitated life.
You could buy the toys.
Yeah, but the way that first Christmas, no one could get Buzz Lightyear for love nor money.
Genius bit of marketing.
The exact same thing that happened in the film. It was like, this is really weird.
I think I need a Buzz Lightyear to add to my collection.
Oh, have you not got one?
No, I don't have a Buzz Lightyear.
Man, you need a Buzz Lightyear. Now, I'm going to talk myself to the corner here because I can't remember details. It slipped my mind right now. But I swear to God, this sequence was longer in the cinema.
It might have been.
There was another sequence in this.
Oh, no, I mean, it might have felt longer to you as a kid, but this was definitely
that's why I said I'm talking myself in the corner here, because I can't remember the details right at this moment, but I remember there being another bit to that scene.
I mean, there might have been a deleted scene or something, but this was definitely... Because, I mean, I've watched this film a ton. This is one of my favourite films.
Oh, yeah. But they do trim bits out from the cinema. Because, what did we watch recently? We went to the cinema to watch, what was the Benicio del Toro film? The Crimson Peak.
Oh.
That is diced on DVD. It is shredded.
Is it?
Yeah, there's about 3 or 4 scenes that just aren't in it.
Because I've only seen it on DVD. I didn't see it at the Slicks.
No, in the cinema there was loads of bits that are gone. Like the death of her father in the cinema was horrendous. Like his head gets smacked into the wash basin like 4 or 5 times, and you see his whole head just get crushed. Yeah.
Del Toro likes a bit of head caving.
He does love that, doesn't he?
Does like quite a bit.
But all of that was gone, and there were a bunch of sequences with the ghosts as well that were really freaky that had been trimmed out. I was quite disappointed on DVD actually because it was really good in the cinema, and I was like, it's good, but it's not as good as it was.
I'm going to drag us back to Jurassic Park for a second. They're going on about this high-tech technology.
Oh yeah, the
high-end technology.
Radar stuff.
In a few years, we won't need to dig anymore.
Yeah, where's the fun in that?
That's the line.
Where's the fun in that? Oh look, is that one of the Lost Boys behind him?
It might be. There is some freak show.
This fat kid coming up now has the most disturbing eyes.
There's something wrong with this kid. I'm glad I'm not alone in thinking that.
They're
he's possessed or something.
Frighteningly blue or something. It's really disturbing. Look, the guy with the Ray-Bans, I swear he's in the Lost Boys. Yeah, you think they look like birds now? You wait till you realise they have feathers. It really would have looked like a turkey. God damn it. That'd feed a lot of people at Thanksgiving, wouldn't it?
Takes a bit of the menace out of it. Yeah, this fucking kid.
This kid's got the creepiest eyes.
I'm sure I've seen him in something else. I mean, he's got one of those freak show
Britain's Most
faces.
Wanted.
He's got one of those freak show faces that, you know, a casting director would constantly put in there. We need a weird kid. What is it with the eyes?
I don't know. The soulless, dead eyes, like a shark's eyes.
It's not so much the eyes. It's like he's wearing eyelash. What are those like eyelash extension things?
Yeah. There's something really weird about his eyes. This is the bit where he scares the living crap out of him.
Yeah, this is the bit where the main character threatens to cut a kid's dick off. Which would scare me.
And he'll slash at you with this. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, acting. Now look at that, like you're really scared.
He's somebody's nephew or something. Blink a lot, kid. Keep blinking. Blink like loads. It's how you show fear. You're not actually as fat as I remember. I remember him being quite fat.
You just remember it's basically a sphere off to the side of the thing.
Just not fat.
Well, I remember him being fat when I was a kid because I was a rake when I saw this, like uber thin.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah, and now I'm not really that thin. I'm not so much sitting on a chair at the moment as I am sitting around a chair.
There's a chair.
Fuck you. But yeah, I do remember him being thinner because him being fatter because I was my only basis of comparison.
Oh, man. And they're walking up a hill, and they're talking about having kids, and he's saying how kids smell. You feel like they don't smell.
Yeah. There's one bit. This bit is where Hammond is supposed to arrive, but you don't see anyone come out of the helicopter. And
he uses his Batman abilities to just like.
Oh, what? Hammond has Batman ability and can just teleport from A to B.
Yeah, that's right.
Because that's just
run up to the helicopter and there's nobody there. This bit did always confuse the crap out of me. It's a bit cheap, isn't it? It's like just so we can do the reveal in the building.
Nick off with the champagne.
You're telling me that he legged it with a stick from there into here in the time it took him to walk
just to raid his fridge. It's Colonel Sanders.
No. I remember you. You used to make that chicken. It was really good. Yes, I did. I made chicken. I found like a human toe in one. And actually, it was a finger.
I really like John Hammond's character in this.
Oh, he's brilliant.
He's way less of a dick in this than he is in the book.
I just realised there's a Crash McCreary's concept drawings on the wall for the T-Rex. Like I've got the art book for this, which you can't get for love nor money now.
Well, so they just recycled some of the concept art.
Just put it up on the walls. Why not? It's like an art department. It's when Jesus, we need dinosaur stuff. This will do.
We've paid for it. We may as well use it.
Hell yeah. Crash McCurry stuff's amazing. He designed all the creatures and everything. Phenomenal. It's all in pencil as well, just like these ridiculous pencil drawings.
High quality stuff.
Yeah, super detailed.
Yeah, it's when someone can draw something in pencil that looks photorealistic.
Every scale and stuff.
Depresses me no end.
Yeah,
so I think, how long did you spend on this?
Wish I could draw.
I spent hours on things and they don't look that good.
Wish I could draw. Did he find his accent wanders a bit though? Have you noticed that?
I'm not quite sure where the actual literary character John Hammond is supposed to come from. I think he was always American. This John Hammond talks about coming down from Scotland.
Yeah.
So he's obviously been out and about. But when I first saw this, I didn't know where Costa Rica was.
It's the sea.
I know. Actually, I'm still now that I'm saying it, I didn't know where it was. Now I'm trying to remember where the hell it was. Is it in the Atlantic?
No, it's South America, isn't it? Costa Rica.
Yeah, but which side is it on?
Oh, I can't remember.
Oh God,
it's down there somewhere. Down by Mexico and stuff.
It's making me sound stupid. I gotta know.
You've got the island. You've got the map on the wall. Can you not look?
Just as oh wait, yeah, it does. It is. I've got the Isla Nublar fucking map on the wall. Where is it? It is. Oh no, wait, it's attached. It's Costa Rica, isn't it?
Costa Rica's on mainland South America, but Isla Nublar's this made-up little island
on the Pacific side.
Is on the
apparently.
Pacific side. There we go.
I thought Costa Rica was an island. I'm not a tool. Dodgson.
We got Dodgson here. Dodgson, no one cares. He's at Acosta in San Jose. You can get these now, the things that opens up so you can have the little capsule things in it. You can get replicas of it.
Yeah, you may get that. I didn't know you could get one with foam that came with it.
Yeah, I think they work and everything. Oh man, Dennis Nedry was a legend. He's still going. I saw him in something recently. He's
lost a lot of weight as well. He's nowhere near as fat as he was here.
He's still pretty big. I'm surprised, to be honest.
Absolutely,
2016 has not had him with a heart attack or something.
I think 2016 might have tried, but sort of gave up halfway through.
Look at that shirt, man. That is...
Yeah, even I wouldn't wear that kind of shirt. So
what's with the hat? You look like a secret agent. Nobody cares who you are. Dodgson, we got Dodgson here.
And here's a bag full of money.
Is he wearing yoga pants? I think he is.
Yeah, he is.
Amazing.
He's
so good. I love him.
He's a brilliant actor. I love him in everything he's in. Yeah, but he's just so horrible in this. It's the way he laughs and stuff. He squeals like a pig.
He is a horrendous character. He's absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely vile.
Oh, that's so good.
He's just pissed himself laughing at this spy stuff.
It's brilliant. And customs can check if you want. And he puts this on that guy's pie.
It's fucking disgusting. He's
trying to work out where to put it, and he just goes, it'll be glued on somebody's pie. Dodgson, we got Dodgson here. See, no one cares.
Nedry goes on and on about money in this. He's just got a bag full of money.
Yeah.
Don't get cheap on me, Dodgson.
Yeah.
Get my check.
Don't get cheap on me.
Now that I've eaten the restaurant out of its entire stock of pineapple.
Oh man, these helicopters are always just InGen for me. Whenever I see a real one of these, I'm like, oh look, InGen. It's so cool. Somebody put up a GIF of him from this sequence, and it had the subtitles from the film on, and it describes the bit where he just goes, so you dig up dinosaurs, like roar. It's a salacious growl. it's absolutely. So you two dig up dinosaurs now. I think it's this bit now.
I forgot he made these weird sounds and noises and stuff.
See, I bought legitimate scientists, and you bought a rock star. You're Malcolm legend.
I mean, there were so many lines in this which I just didn't get when I was 13.
When you're a kid and you're like, what?
All these little bits and stuff which are really clever, but as a 13-year-old, it just goes over your head.
Oh, I'll tell you something that made me feel old. When I was back in uni doing the MA, I was talking to another student who was doing one of the lower courses down. And he was like... we were sort of reminiscing about Jurassic Park, and he was like, oh, yeah, it's brilliant. When I watched it on VHS for the first time, I was like, because my brother had it on VHS, and I was like, why the hell would you watch it on VHS? And then I realised, oh, yeah, because you were born after it came out in the cinema, right? And it's like, oh, jeez. Because you were 2 when it was on in the cinema, yeah. I saw it when I was 1.
That reminded me of that bit where they'd just rebooted Spider-Man for the second time, and I was going on, they just rebooted Spider-Man, and it's only been 10 minutes since Spider-Man 3. And then you pointed out how long ago the first Spider-Man came out. And he said a lot of people weren't actually born at that point.
Absolutely terrifying, isn't it? I think this film is over 20 years old now.
And it's still better.
It's still a lot of stuff some of the best CGI in a movie ever.
I did actually go back and watch this again recently. Well, actually,
I watched it.
It was after I watched Jurassic World.
Yeah,
I came back and watched this.
Was as well. I bought the whole long box set,
and I thought, Jesus Christ, the special effects in this stand up.
Still amazing.
They're good.
Still really good.
Mind you, I can say that about a couple of films. There's The Rocketeer as well.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff in there's a bit ropey, but there's other stuff which just stands up.
Yeah. Yeah, it is brilliant.
This place in Hawaii is actually it's commonly known now. It's got a proper Hawaiian name, but it's commonly known now as Jurassic Falls because of this film.
Wow.
And it's next to impossible to get to.
Oh, hence the helicopter.
There isn't a road that goes there. There's certainly no helipad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
The one thing I loved about Jurassic World was when they went back to the original site.
Oh, the continuity was fantastic because it almost like it explained how the Raptors got in as well because they left the garage door open and stuff. It was like, oh, that's so good.
That was the only thing that I really, really liked about that film, and the fact you saw these Jeeps again
at the Comic-Con last year. They had one. They had a real Jurassic Park Jeep. It was absolutely awesome. So cool. Like, it's high on my list of like vehicles from movies that I'd love to own. Like that would be right up there. If you have a Jeep and you don't get it converted to look like this, I don't know what you're doing with your life.
Oh, have you seen there's a picture online with one of the Jurassic Park's Land Rovers.
Oh, the Explorers.
Yeah, it's one of those, and it's parked.
It's the mystery wagon. So something really weird's going down at Pizza Hut.
No, something weird's going down at Taco Bell.
That's it, yeah. Something really weird's going down at Taco Bell. He's like, oh, yeah, I've got that saved off somewhere. It's absolutely brilliant. You just want the Ghostbuster car as well.
In the background, in the far distance.
Just like screaming up the street with all the lights going. Oh man, this bit's just so cool.
Their expressions are really good.
I just love how she's nerding out over the plant and just hasn't seen any of this. He's like, holy shit. This cheese plant's been dead for like 1 billion years. Yeah. Oh wait, what? Who gives a shit about plants?
No, I don't get why, considering how these days people know what you're supposed to do to react to something that isn't there.
Yeah.
Can't get it right. Yeah. But back here, where this is the first time they've really done it.
Yeah, but then at the same time, it's not the first time you've really done it. Most of the stuff in Star Wars wasn't there. It was all matte paintings and stuff. Do you know what I mean? None of it was existing. And like when they're acting on stage, this stuff isn't there. Do you know? It's called acting. I mean, like, oh, it's really difficult when something's not there. Oh yeah, like when you're talking to a ghost in a play. You mean? Yeah, that was written in 1922. It's got nothing to do with it. It's act, Jesus. One of the things that is like really interesting about the CG in this is actually how they physically animated it, because they had the tech but nobody knew how to animate in computers. They couldn't do it, because if you think about it, you know, now we've all used Maya and stuff for years, so you know how to use it.
Well, Maya didn't exist back when this was made.
Yeah, it didn't exist, you know. This was like proto-Maya and there was no visual interface. You couldn't do it. What they did for this is they got stop motion animators who were originally going to do the film anyway, because Phil Tippett was doing the effects, and they built huge big metal puppets of the dinosaurs that were all wired into the computer. Oh, so and when you moved the puppet, it would record the information. So it's all hand animated in CG. So it's stop motion.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's on one of the documentaries that.
So you had the stop motion. So you had the stop motion animators working with the 3D modelers.
Yeah, but you had like a big metal T-Rex that's like 3 feet long, all wired into the computer, and then they just hand animate it.
This is really amazing. That's amazing. I mean, that's like the moment where Walt Disney starts animating on glass plates and stuff.
Yeah.
And using a camera to zoom out for the sake of perspective. Yeah. That's like that moment. That's that jump in technology, because they obviously didn't have the same rigging software that they do now. Something
you should have a look at, because I know you've got the DVD of the original The Mummy.
Yeah.
Watch the making of on that, because on there they really go into how they did it, and because it's really early days technology, you learn about where all this stuff came from, because they're talking about the invention of shaders that we use in games and stuff now. but they don't have a word for it, and they're trying to describe it. These things that created the materials that were like these little balls that we could have, and they're talking to the guys at Maya to get them to make it. You know, they're like, we need this thing that's got like, you know, the material on it and stuff.
It became a thing.
Yeah, and you're just like, you're talking about shaders. That's, you know, it's just like everything is done with it now.
It's
and it's
weird
like
talking about these
where it was created.
talking about these things that don't exist.
Yeah, and it's phenomenal because it's like it's not so, you know, it's not accepted that you did it in computers. And they really go into detail about how stuff was done, and it's incredible. Same as the Jurassic Park making of that. The detail they go into is incredible.
It's like someone describing it. Right, we've got this radio that you can walk around with it and talk into it.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're trying to explain like this technology, but they just don't have the terms for it.
It's a walkie-talkie.
Yes. They I can't remember the making of for Jurassic Park. It might actually be on YouTube, but it's well worth a watch because they've got all the stop motion stuff they didn't use. So, like, all the T-Rex sequences done, like, stop-mo and stuff. Phil Tippett did them all.
So it was all done, but they just didn't use... Oh, God,
yeah.
that would be such a... That would rip your
heart
out.
But they didn't, you know. They got the same animators to do it all in CGI. Mm-hmm. And it's really fascinating. They've got the whole sequence in the kitchen with the raptors. All in stop-mo.
Oh, that'd actually be quite creepy, because stop-motion's always creepy.
Yeah.
Have you actually ever been on a sort of ride thing like this, or a presentation like this, where you've got this crappy screen in front of you that's slightly grainy? It looks... all worn and nasty like that.
It's great, isn't it? It just looks so good.
I'm glad they brought Mr. DNA back as well for Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah, Mr. DNA.
It was subtle the way they did it.
I live in your finger. So good.
He lives in my finger. Get him out!
We use frog DNA to fill in the gaps in the sequence.
And this is a really good way of exposition.
Yeah, it is, because but that's it. Your characters don't know, you know, and the audience doesn't know, so it's okay.
And it plays into what's going on as well. It's a sort of demonstration. Even Hammond sort of cuts it short, saying, and boom, 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 there's some piece of music very grand.
And stuff, and then the ride moves on, click.
So even he cuts it short when it needs to be cut off.
You know, back they were insects, and they fed on the blood of dinosaurs. So good. It's like all the soundtrack's temporary. We'll get a really good voice actor or something to do it. It's brilliant.
It's where they start going on about 3D stuff to work out DNA strands and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
How does that... Why would that... No, you guys don't know anything about virtual reality. How would virtual reality aid in any way in that
I don't know, but I do know that this is interesting, that they've started using video games to plot certain types of DNA structures.
Really?
Yeah, I saw this thing where this company had made like a space shooter game where you played this little spacecraft flying around blowing up these things, and they just put it out there on the internet for millions of people to play. So they had to fly through these networks of things blowing stuff up, and the patterns were generated using the DNA code from like cancer cells and stuff.
Okay.
And with the information derived from them shooting all this stuff, they got loads of information back on the structure of these cancer cells way faster than any computer could have ever done it. Because you basically had billions of people around the world playing this stuff and giving them data back. And it was amazing. It was really, really interesting.
Getting something useful out of gaming.
Yeah. But the game actually looked really cool. I was like, that's most awesome. I want to play that. Yeah, you go. And then the ride moves on. Click. You're sort of locked in. It's sort of like a ride.
I love the way they sort of revert to juveniles and start asking questions. I mean, they're intelligent questions, but they turn into kids,
they're
basically.
Really fascinating.
I want to know about this.
Suddenly it's changed everything. It's changed it all. All the rules have gone. They're back at square one.
But they're acting like kids. That's
it's
a nice little regression.
But like you're saying, it's like unlike things like Prometheus. You're in the same place as those characters, so you don't know anything. Whereas the problem with Prometheus is when they explain all the stuff to the people on the spaceship, we already know. So you're sat there going, I get it.
That's why I should have taken that jump from the Isle of Skye straight to the briefing thing. And they break the ride.
Yeah. Can they do that?
Well, they just did.
But it's a good way of foreshadowing the holes in it already.
Everything's slightly crappy.
You that stuff isn't...
Corners have been cut.
That it isn't working the way it should be
Well,
working.
later on the security guy says, I told you, we need locking mechanisms on the car doors.
Yeah.
It's like, isn't that a given?
Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you?
It was
nice to have him back as well.
Yeah, but it was a good way into the film before I clicked and suddenly thought, hang on, he's the guy from the original.
Item number 376 on today's bug list. Samuel L. Jackson. You always forget he's in this. And
he is.
Yeah, he's one of the first roles they sort of appeared in film.
And he still dies.
Oh, he's so good in it though. With the
God, he's brilliant. He's one of the best characters in this.
Okay, hold on to your butts.
But for a while, every single film he was in, he was dying.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Was it Goodfellas he was in?
I don't know.
I think he was. There was some gangster thing he was in. He was involved in a heist, and he gets capped at some point.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm fairly sure it was that. I could be getting it wrong. It's been a while since I've seen it.
I mean, I think I saw it once a long time ago.
You see,
I don't think I'm a massive fan of gangster films on a
whole. Oh, there's got to be a particular
nasty. I always feel like they tend to be nasty for the
They glorify stuff a little too much.
Yeah.
I quite like what's it? Martin Scorsese. He occasionally, some of Martin Scorsese's things I like Casino is really good.
Yeah. But it's got to be The Godfather's just amazing. I love it.
I've never liked The Godfather.
Really?
No.
Oh, I love him.
Of all the gangster films, I just see that and think, I don't like that one.
Yeah, I love it. It's phenomenal.
You see, I know that's a puppet, but I accept it.
It's so good, though.
I don't care that it's a puppet.
How delicate those movements are. Yeah. It's incredible.
But these days, they do CG and it would just be over the top. I mean, granted, CG would probably be cheaper these days than actually coming up with a puppet working how to do it. But... Keep off the egg.
It steals the egg back. It's great.
And
those little robots always remind me of was it Short Circuit? You know, where he's in
Johnny Five.
Yeah, but when he's in the room and he's got all the robots that he's trained to play the piano and shit. You know, at the beginning. Steve Gutenberg, or whatever his name is, Gutenberg.
You can't control nature.
Playing God, yeah. And all that stuff, and nature finds a way, and blah, 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 yeah. Where are the dinosaurs?
I did like in the book they gave quite a bit of detail about his sort of backstory and why he always wears black and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't remember his attitude in the book. It certainly wasn't this.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Because this is just, what's the actor's name?
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeff Goldblum plays Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, but that's what that's okay. Because you're like, do you know what we need is a Jeff Goldblum kind of guy to
get
play
Jeff
this.
Goldblum.
Yeah, we'll just get Jeff Goldblum. That's what you want. These are raptors.
You bred raptors?
Yeah.
Show me.
Yeah. Oh, but look how cute it is. It's little tail going, Jesus. I wonder
yeah, here we are back at that pen. So that was just where they filmed it last time. Either that or they moved the pen.
Yeah.
Which is entirely possible because it's probably made of styrofoam.
Yes, that's probably just cardboard or something. Isn't it?
Feeding time. Yummy.
Cow. T-Rex doesn't want to be fed. He wants to hunt. There's not much hunting involved in that, is it? It's like that pen's about the size of this room.
Yeah, what are they going to do? They're going to have to walk around that cow in order to get from one side to the other if they put it in there. They're not going to be able to avoid the cow.
No, it's not exactly like they have to think much about it, is it? Look how tiny it is. Where are they? Come on.
Yeah, you compare that to the massive pens you saw in the Jurassic World. Yeah, that bit's a bit iffy.
I think I enjoyed Jurassic World, and I think it was quite clever in a lot of ways.
It was like the theme park it was displaying. It was a ride.
Yeah, I mean that's what I thought was clever about it, because its comments on the commercialization of it all and everything was really nice, because the film itself reflected that. It was the way they created a new dinosaur to make everybody happy, and everything was had companies endorsing it all over the place, and it just felt slightly sleazy and like it was cashing in, and that's kind of what the film was doing. And it was kind of it was lovely in that respect that it did.
But as a piece of storytelling, it was terrible. There was no reason whatsoever for either those kids or their parents to appear in that film. They added absolutely nothing. They didn't even add any real agency to to the storytelling. You could have just had the executive, the redhead, whatever her name was, and the hunter guy.
Yeah.
And the guy who was trying to weaponize the dinosaurs, which was a bit of a weird tangent. But you could have just had them, and that would have made a perfectly functional story.
The weaponizing the dinosaurs, just the classic. We're running out of ideas. Let's nick something from Alien, because that always worked. It's always they want it for the weapons division. Oh God!
But I mean, you must have stumbled across the concept art. They were originally going to have humanoid dinosaurs in Jurassic World. They were going to have crossbreeds of humans and dinosaurs, and there were actual concepts drawn up for that. And someone at some point saw these and said, "No, that's a piece of shit. Don't do that."
No. Oh man, wouldn't you love this? These plates and things, because I've actually got the Jurassic Park logo on them.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Shit! Well, everything else is branded.
It's branded on the centre of the plate. You know that out there someone has these. Like they just pocketed them. It's like, oh, I'm having that.
Wouldn't at least one of these people sort of fall down in an epileptic fit with all these lights going on in the background? These strobe effects. Because they're getting stuff projected across their faces.
Yeah. I don't know. I think thinking too much about it.
Yeah, when you've got the sound turned off, you do sort of analyse the imagery a hell of a lot more.
Oh yeah, you do. Watching films with sound off is a really weird experience. We notice the editing and stuff. Sound hides so much in films. Like, it's really.
I wouldn't say hide. I'd say adds. I mean, it's part of the whole thing. You take away one element of a movie, you lose a lot of it.
But I mean, it hides things like transitions and cuts and stuff. You know, you can make people think like an effect happened across a whole sequence, as opposed to like just because the sound carries on over it. You know, as opposed
like a piece
to
of music
it being 3 or 4 cuts to an effect. You know. Which you'll notice with the sound off, but you don't with the sound effect going over it. This
is something I get when I watch a lot of much older films, like stuff from the 60s. They didn't have a score that ran right the way through it.
Yeah, true.
It was often just silent with whatever the Foley artist added after.
I noticed that a lot because I rewatched Dr. No recently.
Oh, how many times does the James Bond theme play in that?
I know, isn't it? It's really weird and out of place. It's just like they don't know what to do with it. It's like, we've got this piece of music, let's play it now. And it's like, why? He's not doing anything exciting. It's like the James Bond theme's quite, kicks
energetic.
In when something's kicking off, It's like, oh my God, he's going to kill like 20 guys or fly a helicopter through a building or something, But they play it when he walks down the street or something. It's like, it's really odd.
It's entrance music and they play it all the time.
Yeah, it's really odd. The use of sound in those films is very strange.
It improved.
Yeah, but this is it. It's like,
but it takes time. It takes some time.
Learning experience. Like people had never made movies like that, and they didn't know what to do with it.
It was like the jump from silent movies to the ones with sound in it.
Yeah,
because the quality of films just took a nosedive when they introduced sound because they didn't know how to record the sound. They didn't know how to use the sound.
Yeah.
There was a bit of footage I remember seeing. It was some sort of gangster thing, and for some inexplicable reason, they were always crowded around a lamp when they were talking.
Oh, right, yeah.
And that's because the massive microphone was hidden inside the lamp.
I've heard of that.
I still don't really understand why they're getting so twitchy about there being dinosaurs in the world.
I know. I've never understood that either. It's like everybody thinks it would be, in this universe that it would be the end of mankind. It's like, no. We're very good at endangering species. Very, very good at it.
It's amazing that we've managed to bring one back.
Yeah, it's quite incredible.
Do it again.
Like, we would just hunt the crap out of it. There would probably be parks where you could just hunt them. That would definitely be a side thing.
In my opinion, they brought
and they'd make loads of money out of like selling like T-Rex steaks and shit, and like. I actually managed to find that, the stone carved thing.
Oh, the Jurassic Park thing.
Yeah, I had that on my desktop for ages. I did a lecture about 2 years ago at a university, and I purposefully had it on my desktop so that I could do that. I could have it on the screen, so I could have it on the wall.
This is my Jurassic Park moment.
Massive Jurassic Park logo on the wall.
I'm Hammond.
So cool. I totally did it. Just fucking nerd out.
Oh, these cars are so cool.
Yeah.
I love those paint jobs.
There's someone around Cardiff who's got one of these. You occasionally see it driving down the motorway. It's so awesome. You're just like, oh my god, the Explorer. So cool.
Oh,
How those tracks work, I have no idea, because there's nothing attaching it. Something great.
yeah, is it supposed to be
like,
some sort of infrared thing?
Touch screen.
No, wait.
Oh, holy shit.
It's not even that. Look at this. An interactive CD-ROM.
Oh yeah, CD-ROMs. Oh, do you remember those, man?
Yeah.
They were around for about 2 minutes in the 90s.
Well,
Do you remember you always used to get an encyclopedia on them?
Oh yeah, with very brief paragraphs for each article and stuff.
Nothing on it.
But
and everything you ever looked up, it didn't have a thing for it. It was like, oh, I want to look that up. Oh, there wasn't room on the disc for that.
At my high school, there was a CD-ROM in the art department, and
oh wow!
And one of the discs that they had, which must have come with they must have had some package deal or something.
Yeah.
It was the video game Myst.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Myst was awesome.
So like every lunch hour, I borrowed this disc to play on the art, because I was a proper swot at school, so I was in good graces with the teachers and stuff.
You surprised me.
Yeah,
I can't imagine you as a bookish nerd.
Imagine that. But I spent like years.
I thought you'd been out on the field playing football.
Fuck no. Play football with a bunch of people who hate my guts. Yeah. By the way, I feel I should state for the record, I designed the school tie. I won a competition to design the school tie, which basically meant for 3 years I was a punching bag.
God, you are a puking-juicing dork. Even I would have hit you. That's terrible. And I was way down the pecking order.
Yeah, but I got money for it. Granted, in the form of vouchers, but I sold the vouchers to my grandmother. So
you're a mercenary fuck even back then. I can't believe it. That's horrendous.
I didn't double the price. She shopped there anyway. So
Simon L. Jackson, chain smoking. This is probably like the last time you ever see someone smoking.
Yeah, I was going to say, back in the days when a character could smoke.
In a kids' movie, like a PG.
I'll tell you what, I've written one of my stories.
There's an Apple. I just realised that. They got the original little Apple logo on the side.
I thought they said IBM on some of them.
Yeah, you just panned past one of the hard drives that had the Apple logo on.
Oh, right.
Anyway, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say I've written a sort of family-friendly story, but I've made a point of making the main character smoke.
Hey.
So
I miss it. I didn't smoke. I'm not really a smoker.
No, it's a terrible thing. I'd never do it, but it's just that's what this particular character does. Yay, these gates.
What have they got in there? Calm.
For a film that I say I didn't like, I keep going back to Jurassic World, but the bit in Jurassic World where they go through the gates on the monorail, and you hear on the audio, these gates were part of the original park.
Yeah.
I just sort of geeking out slightly that bit and go, yes!
I liked it and I enjoyed it. I know it's flawed and I know there's issues, but it was fun and I enjoyed it.
Well, it goes back to what I said about it being a ride.
Yeah,
as much of a ride as the park it was.
I think I actually went to see it twice. I think me and Helen saw it twice. Because it was that much fun. I just went and watched it again. It was great. These
Dilophosaurus things, you don't see them here. The spitters.
Oh, yeah, jeez.
I think those were probably the scariest dinosaurs for me in this film.
Yeah.
I didn't like the concept of them at all.
They're a bit more frightening when you realise that the real thing's about 10 foot tall.
Was it?
Yeah. They're massive in real life.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're huge.
I thought they got at least the scales fairly right in this.
No, they mucked about with loads of them. Raptors are actually tiny. Most raptors are about, like, that high. They're about 4 feet high or something.
Oh, screw you, Spielberg. You're ruining everything.
But anyway, they wanted to scale them up for the film. And then I think they found a species of raptor while the movie was being made that was a lot closer to the actual size of the real thing.
The lights
they are actually, yeah. What was it, bug number 100 and something on today's bug list.
Big old monitors.
Yeah, I know.
I missed those.
Yeah, I don't miss the radiation from the tumours you're getting off it.
It was the weight. Oh look, Dennis Nedry again.
Oh, look,
and his workstation looks exactly like mine.
I know. When they have a go at the state of his desk, I'm like, yeah.
In fact, looking at that desk, that's cleaner than my desk.
Most places I've worked, that's what my desk looks like.
Going on with financial
Dad.
problems.
Yeah. So funny.
God, if you were that fat, just do the decent thing and wear a muumuu. Cover it up.
A little squeezy toy thing. I want one.
Yeah, what the hell are they? I want one. I don't even know what it is, so I can't Google it.
No, squeezy stress toy thing with poppy out ear things.
I'm not going to Google that.
Yeah, we might get some. Hey, look! There's a random staff member. I've never noticed her before.
Well, there are a couple of people walking in out of the background before they sort of evacuate.
I thought this was it. I thought they were the entire crew. So you can run this entire place for a minimum of 5 days from this one room with a skeleton crew. Yeah.
And this fucking fence here, outside the T-Rex thing.
Are we going to point out the continuity error later?
What, with the cliff?
The T-Rex, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to point that out now.
We'll have to do that, haven't we?
But, yeah, we'll wait for the moment when it comes along.
When it happens, we'll have to point it out.
But that bit, yeah, we'll get to that.
Because the weird thing was, I think it was on Watch Mojo or one of those, or What Culture, I think it was, did, like, issues with films. And they did Jurassic Park, and they were like, everybody has a go at the bit where the T-Rex walks into the building at the end, and he was like, but you can see the big hole it came through. And I was like, yeah, I never had a problem with that. He said, problem I've got is with the huge hole here. And I was like, yeah, I know, which no one else noticed. I swear to God, it was just me for years.
Well, I noticed that when I first saw the thing.
I know. Do you actually know how I remember the first moment I twigged on that? I was recreating it with toys in my garden. And I went, wait a second. Because I went to do the bit where they go back through the hole, and I was like, but the dinosaur was stood there, and there's a clip.
So are you saying in order for you to twig to this, you needed to build a model?
I was a kid, Jesus Christ. I didn't question the logic in films at that age. That was the first moment that I had my dreams shattered, and I realised that people fuck it up. I was like, wait, what?
Quality line. He's going to eat the goat?
Well, yeah. It's like a 25-foot carnivorous lizard.
I generally I just hate child actors.
I love that the sign just says no. I don't know what it says afterwards, but it just says nope. Whatever you're doing, nope. Just no. If you can read this, then no.
What was I going to say? I generally hate child actors, but some of the delivery of their lines in this are just
they're very
spot on.
good.
Spielberg knows how to wrangle the kids.
He does, yeah. They're very good in this. They're totally unhateable.
I think I just call what that sign says. It's no and then a list of things. And one of them's flash photography.
No anything. Just, why are you not in the car is what it should say.
Oh, there's like...
Are you eventually going to have a dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour?
I really hate that, man.
I mean, seriously? I love that bit. It's absolutely brilliant.
Oh, I miss Attenborough.
It was so good. Oh, this is very relentlessly hitting on his girlfriend, and he has to say, just give it a rest.
Yeah, the problem is he hits on everyone in this film, including John Hammond.
He just put his hand on his knee and helicopter. Hey, how you doing?
I do wish you wouldn't do that.
It's so funny. I love him. Look at him. He's all touchy-feely.
Yeah. But is that the actor? Is that the character? Or is that just Jeff Goldblum?
I don't know.
Because he's a bit animated with his hands at the best of times.
Have you seen the meme thing that's going around where they have like the shot of the shot of Sam Neill where he's got like his head on the Triceratops.
Oh yes,
but they replaced it with like the sort of topless shot of Ian Malcolm, and he's just like nestled up against his chest.
That's simultaneously the most awesome thing I have seen and the most horrific thing I have ever seen. Because in that moment he's glistening, and I don't want to see Goldblum glistening. I just don't like it. I don't appreciate it.
And there's also a Facebook page that is the same picture of Jeff Goldblum every day. That's what it's called, and every day they just post up the same picture of Jeff Goldblum.
Some people have too much time on this.
I love that. That's so good.
How long has that website been running?
Oh, man,
since '93.
Yeah, it was before Facebook existed. And now here I am in the car talking to myself. That's chaos.
The essence of chaos. I told you we needed locking mechanisms on the vehicle doors.
Yeah, in a park with carnivorous monsters running
bitey
around.
things, pretty much a given.
Good idea.
Oh god, But when
the Pirates of the Caribbean broke down, the pirates didn't eat the tourists. So that's one of the best lines. For a second there, I thought the registration on that ship was C-3PO. I think it's just C-320, which I'm like, oh, thank God for that. I was like, no. Oh, more Star Wars references. There aren't any in this, are there, actually? There's usually some in Spielberg films.
They make some nod occasionally.
Mm.
No, this is...
I read a book by a guy named Backer, which was a lot thicker than yours. It's like, fuck off. Seriously, you try writing a book? You're like 2. Can you spell your name?
I think it's actually Ian Malcolm's character who has the line of the film in this.
Yeah.
I'll point it out when it comes along. Well, you probably know it when it comes along.
Is it Must Go Faster?
No, it's not that.
That was another thing I saw. Was at one of the conventions. A bunch of people are dressed up as Ian Malcolm and Sam Neill and Laura Dern's characters, and they were in a jeep outside the convention, and there was a guy in one of those dinosaur costumes and he was running at the jeep, and they just drove away. And he's like, "It must go faster." It was so good. I love really bad dinosaur costume, like running towards the jeep. The sort of inflatable ones that sort of flail about and their head sort of flops around. It was so good. I think you can get the little gif of it. It just repeats. It just loops. And it's just absolutely.
Oh, I'm gonna have to tell it down as genius.
You're gonna have to try and find it. It's so funny.
I love the internet.
I love this film, and that's it. I mean, this is how much it's inspired people.
Well, the fact it's lasted this long,
wonderful, fun things, you know.
But films like that just don't seem to crop up anymore.
It just has there's so much affection for it. It's a gorgeous movie.
I can't think of
that hat, man.
What's a recent film that's done that? I think Deadpool.
Maybe we're the wrong generation. I mean, we saw.
Well, there's got to be something.
We saw this when we were kids, man.
I mean, I look at a film and I analyse a film. I will study a film to bits.
Mm.
But I mean, everything's a series now or a remake.
Yeah, it is the truth.
And like I say, Deadpool is the only one that I can think of which sort of jumps out. Maybe Mad Max, Fury Road. Think of how many
times. There's something about this that has an innocence and a love and that Spielbergian thing of like something that is what it is, and it's not complicated, and it's not trying to be anything, and it's just telling a story that's fun and good and interesting and applies to all ages. You can watch this as an adult and love it, and watch it as a kid and love it. And there's not many films that do that anymore. That are family movies, I guess, is that way. Oh, it's a big pile of shit.
Yeah, that's the line. It's coming out.
Oh man, I actually referenced it on the film set.
That is one big pile of shit.
Because we dug out a pond for a sequence, and they just had this huge pile of earth. And I just went and stood next to it and just went, "There's one big pile of shit."
Did anyone get it?
Oh yeah, of course you did. It's a film set. God's sake. It was like, yeah.
Calmly walks up to the pile, takes his glasses off.
It's one big pile of shit.
That is one big pile of shit. That had me pissing myself laughing when I first heard it. That's just excellent delivery.
So good.
But they all make a big song and dance about it. They ask her, "You are going to wash your hands up before you eat anything."
I've been worried about the stuff that she splashes on her thigh and doesn't notice. That really bothers me. It's bothered me a lot for years. Yeah. It's like,
But then the Grant character.
Oh, the tenacious bit. And I was like, yeah, you have no idea. It's a little bit like, oh, hello.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
He looks like he stepped in something. What the fuck?
Oh, trolls. I hate trolls. So that's like a little Apple keyboard. Oh man, back when this came out, I remember, because like the version of Windows that was around there was like Windows 95 or something like that, and you could access.
1993.
It must have been
Windows XP or something.
Must have been a couple of years afterwards. But it was that version of Windows that I had. It was really customizable, and I remember remaking all the desktops so that they looked like Nedry's like computer system. And you could even like replace all the startup and finish sounds, and I managed to get all like sounds from Jurassic Park and stuff, and got it so when it closed down, it would have the Jurassic Park logo.
I know you can still alter sounds and stuff. There's probably some clever way.
It's nowhere near as customizable.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be as customizable as they used to be. I mean, I prefer.
It's a shame it's a video playback. Somebody pointed that out on the bugs. It's
big
like,
mistake.
Don't! You can see the player going.
All of these old computer mistakes. No one will notice that.
No one will notice. Yeah, God, I remember that player
because. It's in the same way when you see someone typing, but there wasn't like a cursor thing to show where they were on the screen.
Yeah.
And it's quite obviously just been pre-recorded and they're just tapping away at the keyboard. Or where they're tapping away at the keyboard and nothing's happening on the screen.
Oh, I get this one. I always quote this bit at Helen about
what Nedry's excuse.
Yeah, he's like, I've got to go to the machine. I got to get something salty because I've been eating mostly sweet, and I just like, does anybody want anything from the machine? Also, it's going to be compiling for a while, so some of the systems might go on and off.
But there's nothing to worry about.
There's nothing to worry about. And it's like click.
It'll be over. Yeah,
presses his like calculator watch at the same time. And you get one of the best pieces of music in the film as well.
Well, the sort of James Bond type.
It's really cool. There's all the panpipe shit in it and everything. It's really awesome.
I remember seeing Dennis Nedry's screen top, desktop for the first time. As the lady.
Yeah, the girl on there.
Yeah, I remember thinking, oh, I shouldn't be looking at that when I was a kid. What do I draw for a living now?
Yeah, let's not go into your world of smut. Smutterama.
Here's another excellent. I'm always on the lookout for a future ex-Mrs. Malcolm. I'm a cat and I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's a surveillance camera.
Are you sure?
Creaky old.
It's got it written on the side of it as well. It actually says surveillance camera on the side, in case you weren't sure. Oh, and he's lighting another cigarette. If the dinosaurs didn't get him, he was going to die of lung cancer by the end of this film.
I love the way Hammond's really just casually sort of drinking on his tea here. Well, Nedry said they'd go on and off.
Well, he's British, isn't he? Yeah, exactly. What are you going to think that there's anything bad going on?
But the thing is, that's just outside the room they were in.
No, it's not. They're implying that it's much bigger than it was. Shush.
You could see it. You could see him walk past the window.
Quiet. Let's see if we can see what other dinosaurs they've got in the park by reading the labels.
Do you think he saw us?
Shut up. There's a
Gallimimus, Tyrannosaurus Velociraptor.
Yeah. Velociraptor. Where's the other random ones? Because there's Stegosaurus as well, you get to see. Yeah, Stegosaurus.
Metri. What the fuck?
Something else. Is that the stuff I want to see?
See, the thing is, if that was called like cryogenic storage thing, he wouldn't have come out there with all his fingers.
You can buy new fingers.
I like him thinking that. Ow, this hurts. My fingers. Oh, I can buy new fingers. Yeah. That's fine.
Where are my glasses? I can buy new glasses. Might have bought you some time for a bit of eye protection now when it starts spitting that crap in your face.
What did I touch? I like the way Ian's not in on the joke and he says he didn't touch anything. We stopped.
And the little Cray computer's chugging away in the background.
I did kind of miss the clunky old interfaces.
I know. Oh god, there goes the.
We lost the mic. Russell.
Yeah, no, I miss.
The clunky old
I miss clunky technology in films in general.
Well, we harp on about that every time we refer to aliens.
People that don't know us probably just imagine this is two old curmudgeons sat there. Remember when things used to be better? Lighting my pipe.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure
those doors are well weighted. You just push it open with the truck.
I'm wondering if people who didn't grow up with that kind of stuff look back on it the same. Because I mean, I look back on tech from like the 19. Yeah, but I look back on technology from like the 1940s and stuff.
Yeah.
And I obviously wasn't around in the 1940s, but I have an affinity with it. I like it.
Oh, do you remember that blue screen, man?
Of death.
That blue screen type stuff into. Gorgeous.
That's something my new computer hasn't experienced. It's the blue screen of death, thank God. Well, my old computer used to get that all the time. Even when I had it new, it just occasionally would crap out on me.
Mine has an interesting habit of logging me into somebody else occasionally, which is really weird.
When someone else uses the computer.
No, it's just like sometimes I'll type it in, it'll take ages to load up, and I'll just come back and it will be like, I logged you in as a guest. It's like, hi, try again.
Which way was it pointing? I keep meaning. I've been meaning to look at that arrow for like 27 years.
Oh,
I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting.
Oh, like Oppenheimer, he's thinking about the bomb, like very clever. There's like a little thought bubble with a picture of a mushroom cloud in it.
Oh, his reaction to the... I love his reaction.
Say the magic, or he's like, please save me from this hacker crap.
I hate this hacker crap.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
But that's another thing that's referred to constantly. Oh, you didn't say the magic word. Yeah. I've seen that loads of times. Yeah. Yeah, I miss quotable films.
Yeah.
And
I can't. Guardians of the Galaxy's got some phenomenal lines in it.
Yeah.
Like, really, that's probably one of... I mean, out of those films that you're talking about, that's probably one of the highest on my list of stuff that's just fun.
It works very well as a standalone thing, because although it's part of the Marvel universe, it's so far away from Earth that everything is brand
film.
new.
It doesn't...
It's more comparable to Star Wars than anything else.
I remember when I walked out of the cinema after seeing that and thinking, oh my god, the next Star Wars has really got its money. It's got to work out for it. Like, it's really going to have to try. Because it was just so much fun. I just enjoyed it so much. There ain't no thing like me, except me.
I really thought that they were going to drop the ball with Guardians of the Galaxy, because it was coming in the wake of Winter Soldier, which at the time I wasn't a fan of, because I felt they didn't do enough with the characters.
Okay.
What didn't they? What did we see? Oh yeah, it was the character Zola in that, the computer in Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah, Arnim Zola.
Arnim Zola.
Yeah.
I thought, that's such a fabulous idea, and you piss it away.
I know, I hate when they do that with characters. Like, we'll just use it for this one thing. And
I mean, it did that a few times. And then S.H.I.E.L.D. actually being Hydra, I felt... I mean, it might have happened in the comics, but I felt it was such a tired trope that it was a bit lazy. But I've really kind of warmed to Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier's good.
It's a good political thriller.
Yeah, it's a 1970s spy film, and the fact that they got like Robert Redford in it as well.
Yeah,
it's absolutely gorgeous.
I got him to say "Hail Hydra." Come on, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
But the thing is, I didn't like Winter Soldier when it came out. When I first saw it, I was, "What's this?" And then I saw that the next film was Guardians of the Galaxy. And I thought, no, that's going to be too weird for the audience. That's going too surreal. And I was so wrong.
It's such a great film.
It's one of the best Marvel films.
Yeah. Hey, what's with the giving tree? Like, he don't speak good like you and me. He ain't got good vocabularistics. It's like... I know these animals. We used to toast them on fire back home. Not helping.
They were delicious.
Yeah. Not helping.
Where's the goat? Where's the goat? And that's pretty much the only bit of blood in this film.
Yeah.
Is that lamb leg? Lamb leg? Goat leg.
And dinosaurs, like, that lovely thing. Again, show, don't tell. It's got its hand on the wires, so there's no charge left in it. Oh dear. And it's still one of the best animatronics.
You forget that it's, because of the size of the thing, you forget.
They had so much trouble with it, apparently, because
getting rained on.
Yeah, because of the rain, just fucked up all the electrics all the time. So they had to constantly dry it down and start again. Because it would make it start, twitching and moving on its own.
If you're not supposed to be able to get out of the car, why is there a restroom there?
Which they did say might be for staff and stuff in the park. But they did say it was great because they knew that sometimes it would move on its own. And anybody knew on set who didn't know it would do it. You'd just suddenly hear the scream and people would go running past because the dinosaur had started moving.
It's alive!
Jesus Christ. This shot.
That's an epic shot.
Oh my god.
And it stands up today so well.
Look, its feet actually sink into the mud and stuff. I mean, how is it that good? Because, most films, the feet hitting the ground looks dodgy even now. That's still
good. It's still good. I mean, if you were watching that on a 4K, if you were watching that on a 4K TV, you'd be able to see the scenes.
Yeah,
you need to watch it on a certain resolution.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just don't have patience with high def because it's just making stuff.
I've watched 4K stuff.
You don't need it. Why do you need it?
It's terrible. It makes films look worse.
Everything looks like it's on a handy cam, doesn't it? It looks like somebody's just filmed it on the,
What did I watch? I watched the recent Tarzan film, whatever it was called.
Oh dear God! Really?
Yeah, I watched that at the cinema.
Never mind.
I went to see that. It wasn't that bad. I went to see it at the cinema, and then the second time I watched it was on someone's 4K TV.
Yeah.
And the CG just stands out glaringly on the 4K.
And that's it. I remember a friend of mine got the 3D TV when they came out. It was around.
Well, that was an investment.
It was around the time that first Star Trek came out, and we watched it at his, and it was because the definition was so high. It was literally like it had been filmed on a handycam. It looked terrible. I was like, this looks so unprofessional and horrible. It's like it just undermined the film.
I mean, if I could still buy a TV with the same resolution as a bog standard CRT.
Yeah. I've got an old CRT that I still use at home that I use for playing games on. It's like a massive one that I got from Rare when they were getting rid of them. It's like, it's like 2 foot across. It's huge. You barely lift it. And but I played Halo 4 on it. And it looks like
I was going to say it looked amazing
because the effects have moved on so well. The opening sequence, I was trying to work out whether they just used live action. I was like, this is so good.
I mean, the only reason I ended up getting a high def TV at all was because you needed it for video gaming, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to read the text.
Yeah, I know, that's the whole thing. And
that's the only reason I got a high def TV.
Oh my God! I think this whole bit is on YouTube as well in stop mo. Where it rips the truck apart.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was one of the first bits they did, because it's so pivotal to the...
Yeah, exactly. And they had to work out exactly how it was going to be shot and everything, so it was really good. Oh my God, it's amazing.
It's so huge.
Fucking Jurassic Park is off the chain. It's so good.
But the kids in this are relevant to the plot. They are part of the story.
Yeah, totally.
Whereas in Jurassic World, they're not. They're pointless. They don't even... The world, nothing really follows them.
It's a bit more of an ensemble piece, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, just leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Ian, you're going to get your leg all gimped up. Into it.
It's coming towards you.
How did they do that, man? The truck is actually moving. It actually is shifting about.
There's a couple of burly guys on the other side with a bit of wood.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, this bit.
Just those little attentions of detail. It's phenomenal. Like you said as well, before they knew any of the rules about doing it.
One thing I distinctly remember here, where the lawyer's about to bite it, because I went and saw this with my mum, my brother, and my sister, and my sister's the youngest of the lot of us, and I distinctly remember my mum when that bit happened saying, "Close your eyes."
Yeah.
None of us had seen it, but she knew what was going to happen. So just close your eyes for a second.
It's not going to be pretty.
And
but again, there's no blood or anything.
No, you don't see it. We see it shaking back and forth.
Bit later. Where
he
lifts up the thing, she goes, I think this was Gennaro, and then the person on the other side goes, I think this was too. And go.
It's such a genius bit of writing.
Diced. Absolutely diced. I think there's another line in Rick and Morty where they're being chased by something, and he says, "Oh, don't move. You can't see us if you don't move," and it starts coming towards him, and he goes, "Oh no, that's T-Rex, run!" It's great. It's so good. It's like, no, that's T-Rex, run!
I've got to watch this now.
It's brilliant.
I think it's on Netflix.
So
I think it's on Netflix.
You'll love it, because it's like...
It's referencing everything.
Well, yeah, but also it's basically Back to the Future.
Well, it's a scientist
who just leap around through dimensions instead of time.
Here's the cliff bit we were talking about.
Phenomenal. Oh yeah, what the hell was that dinosaur standing on?
It was a magic dinosaur that was levitating.
Yeah, flying T-Rex.
Because that's the hole he came out of, which he was standing beside.
Yeah, which the goat was also
in front of. Yeah, And it's not there anymore. It's been replaced by one of those convenient cliffs. Spielberg has a thing for convenient inclines because they were all over Indiana Jones. They just randomly appeared. If a car goes...
Oh my god. This still makes me wonder if they're going to make it every time. I've seen it 1,000 times. I was just thinking, no. There's no way you're going to miss. That's going to hit you. Jesus Christ.
Oh god, I forgot how good the tension was on there.
Oh, man, so brilliant. But someone was telling me the other day, I didn't know this, it was about Jaws. And they were saying apparently the first test screenings of Jaws were terrible. Because the shark was used in loads of it.
Oh, the crap shark.
And all the...
Bruce.
Yeah, nobody liked it, and it was just going down a bomb. And then the editor just said, "Give me a copy of the film. I'm taking it away." And he just took it away and cut like half an hour out of it, and just made a mega good film out of it. It's just like, just don't show the shark.
I do think the quality of a film...
much better.
I mean, a film is made in the edit.
Oh, yeah, of course it is.
So... If you've got like a wizard who is good at that, who's got a perfect sense of timing, they could do wonders with the biggest turd.
Yeah, well, there are limits. I don't even think you could save Green Lantern.
You know,
I straight to the titles.
Well, no, you think I think you could save certain bits of Green Lantern if you got rid of like most of the opening bit where they're talking about the giant floating space.
Oh god, yeah. It's like, who cares?
But yeah, we'll go into that some other time.
Yeah.
Maybe never.
Dennis Nedry's about to get sliced apart. This bit in the book is horrific.
Oh yeah, the description.
Because he's blind, so it describes everything that he's...
like his head in the vice and something, and him not worrying anymore because it's going to be over and stuff.
Yeah,
that's kind of...
He thinks there's a snake in there with him and realises it's like his intestines or something.
I remember...
Like,
oh god, I remember...
This? Oh god, no, it's like my guts, because it's like cut him open.
There's a little slip sound effect there.
Yeah.
like...
Wah, wah. And there it is. Where's my glasses? I can buy new glasses. I can afford more glasses. Yeah, off we go into the jungle. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's a good
Nothing
idea.
could possibly go wrong.
It's not like you turned off any of the fences or anything. Oh wait,
I'll just wrap it around the styrofoam tree. Wait, what? I don't know what you mean. It's a 100% realistic looking tree. You got dinosaurs that look real, but you can get the trees that look real. Yeah.
Well, you can spend the money on the dinosaurs or the trees.
Well, yes, true.
That's definitely a soundstage, yeah.
Yeah, we need so much control over the weather and stuff. Got that waterfall and all sorts of things going on. I'm just gonna go over here. Oh, look how cute it is.
I've never thought that one was cute, even when it's not flared up like a full
it's got a really creepy little...
It just looks evil.
Yeah, it does look evil. I haven't got any food for you. Well, you say that. I'd say you're walking food, mate. It's gonna keep me going for weeks.
I was gonna say, it looks like a meal and a half. Stick, stupid.
Yeah.
Fetch the stick.
No wonder you want extinct.
He does have some wonderful lines.
Oh, he's awesome.
I'm going to run you over when I come back to
Oh, God. It's conveniently stepped, though, that waterfall, do you not think?
A little bit, yeah.
Climb up it effectively.
You just wouldn't sit there. I'm sorry, if that happened, I'd be fucking legging it.
Either way, it misses the first time. It's really cool. You're like, what the fuck?
And the scream he gives here.
Oh, if he hadn't turned around, if he hadn't just wanted that one little glance. There's some worrying stuff in there, though. It's like when they're driving through the compound earlier and they're getting a little voiceover, about the animals in there. It's like the voiceover goes, "Oh, we now know it used poison to blind his brain." You're like,
how do you know?
How did you find that out?
How many workers did you have to go through?
Are you paying comp to because, workers' families are being paid vast amounts of money to not ask any questions.
We never thought that was going to lead to the sequel there.
I remember that as well. Everyone's like, "Oh, they find the tube of the thing." It's like, don't be stupid. It's only got coolant for a couple of days.
Well, I guess now that just means it was lost, basically. Yeah. And she's still in complete shock. He left us.
Yeah. Get a grip. That's not what I'm gonna do.
I'm sorry, Sam Neill just seems creepy at times.
Oh, he's awesome.
I know he's awesome, but sometimes...
And then they went and made Event Horizon, and now you're not sure.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, God. He just grabs her and goes, where we're going, we won't need eyes. And like, wait, what? Can we just replace that bit of dialogue? That's been amazing. Someone on the internet, do that.
Intercut the sound bites from Event Horizon with Jurassic Park. Oh, God, no.
He left us.
Okay.
Yes, where we're going, we won't need eyes. What do you mean? That was a great film. I know these trees are like from the past and everything, but I'm pretty sure nothing's ever grown like that.
What,
the
with
branches
a convenient ladder-like thing?
Like
yeah.
4 foot from the ground.
Well, I grew up in a country where there was tropical trees like that, and I can confirm they did not do that.
I'll just effortlessly climb this tree with the branches that start at like an inch from the dirt.
I threw up. I'd throw up as well if I got chucked off a cliff.
Yeah. I'd want to get out of that car though. I'm like, yeah. Let's do that.
You're making it worse.
That was a fatal error, wasn't it? You're gonna regret that. I always wonder, and I know it's stupid because no one would ever do it, but imagine if this is the first time you'd watch this film without commentary.
That'd be a horrible mistake.
Imagine doing that. Like, oh man, what do you mean? What's going to happen next? Oh, it. Surely they're just going to climb down from the tree. It's going to be fine, right?
I like to think that we're selling the movies that we talk about.
Yeah. I like to think they've already bought them, to be honest.
Yeah, it'll be a sad state of affairs if they haven't watched any of the movies we're talking about.
Oh, please say you've watched Jurassic Park. I mean, God.
Don't let us be alone.
What's wrong with your life if you haven't seen this film?
Or worse, people have seen Jurassic World and not this.
Oh, God, no. No!
They've got to be out there. There's got to be some people out there.
I imagine that, yeah.
There's got to be some people out there whose first Jurassic Park film was Jurassic World.
Yeah, potentially.
See, that wouldn't even... You just think that Jurassic World was a really crap film, then, because a lot of the stuff rides on you having seen this film.
Yeah, that's
at the very least.
Actually, it's a massive amount of nostalgia-based references.
Well, that entire bit where they come across the original park.
Yeah, you're just like, wait, what?
So, like, why is this relevant? Why are we dwelling on this bit? That would just become a really boring bit of the thing. Oh, this is another bit of tension here.
Oh, it's gorgeous, though.
They're really good.
One of the best lines in it is like,
well,
we're back in the car again. So good.
At least we're out of the tree.
Yeah. Nobody ever puts handbrakes on in films, do they?
Too busy focusing on acting.
Yeah.
Where's the other car?
Don't know. There's some huge gaps in the fence, though.
You didn't think that... Well, nothing would be over there. There's a huge cliff.
Is there, though? Oh, I think this was Gennaro. I think this was too. What was that? All the fences are down, it can wander around.
No one seemed to have...
paddock it once. So.
No one seemed to have liked Gennaro because they get over his death very quickly.
He's like a horrible, creepy lawyer and everyone hates him. He's fine.
Remind me to thank John for the wonderful weekend.
Yeah.
He's okay.
He's quipping. He's fine.
Yeah, go down quipping. Chance it.
These chances, yeah. Oh,
I've got to try and find one of those brochures.
I know, I was just thinking that.
Just a map.
You can go in your collected Curios cabinet.
The other car.
No, it says no.
Ellie does seem a bit whiny all of the time,
look,
doesn't he?
The ground isn't here. I thought there was ground on the other side of here.
How did she
Actually,
get down?
Like a 30-foot drop. Don't ask these questions. There's no one. She flew using her angel wings.
Footprints. Dun, dun, dun. Boom.
What was that?
The way anytime there's any kind of ripple in the water now, you immediately think of T-Rexes.
Yeah.
Because of this film. It's wonderful.
It's okay. Oh dear.
I'm fairly alarmed here.
Yeah.
Come
Come on. A little bit faster.
This became his catchphrase for a while. You must go faster.
Yeah.
Because it was 96 that Independence Day came out, and he said the same thing in that.
Oh, bless him.
Must go faster. Must go faster.
There it is.
Yay!
Oh, look at the dinosaur. It's so cool. Objects in the mirror closer. Oh, yeah. You'd hope so. Bloody move!
Boom.
Like, what tree? I didn't see a tree. Fucking floor it.
Wasn't there a tree there? Was the tree CG?
I don't know.
I could have sworn that I saw a bit of footage once with them going under the tree and the tree just randomly exploding because they hadn't put the CG in yet.
Oh, potentially.
I could be right. I
I
might have
can't
imagined
remember.
that. I'm going to have to
I don't know.
go
I
back
did
and
it.
find it now.
I can't remember.
But I could have sworn that tree was real.
It could be. It looks very good. Probably is. It would have been an easier way to do it.
Well, just the amount of splintering and stuff.
Yeah. It would have been a lot easier to do it that way.
CG wasn't that
Do as much
good
as
then.
you can in camera is usually the rule.
There's only I think 10 minutes of CG dinosaur in this, if that.
Yeah, there's hardly anything really.
The rest
That's
of it.
why it's so top notch.
Well, the rest of it's either practical or they're not there at all.
Yeah.
You just hear them.
So you forget that most of the shots of the raptors are real people in suits. So most of the time it's just a rubber suit. There's only like a couple of shots where they're like CG jumping around and stuff.
I do like this bit when they're talking to the dinosaurs.
Vegisauruses.
The way it makes a sound and they all turn towards.
Yeah, and there's like hundreds more of them. And these heads pop up. It's like, whoa.
Who is that? Like, what did I just say in dinosaur?
Yeah. Like, wait, what?
Is he making fun of us?
There he is. There he is. Get him. Like, I think of them as sort of big cows. Yeah, but cows are pretty dangerous, and they're a lot.
Yeah, how many people get killed in the UK because of cows and shit?
Yeah,
actually, a surprisingly large
quite a
number.
lot. And they're a lot bigger than a cow.
Yeah, these things might be herbivores, but you're about yay big in comparison with them.
Yeah.
They could easily just sort of accidentally bite your leg off while going
Yeah,
for
while
one
they're
of the
going
leaf.
for those leaves that
Yeah.
you're surrounded by. Don't think about it.
Yeah, I mean, hippos are herbivores as well.
Yeah, they're still like the second.
But they're still the most
animal
dangerous thing in Africa.
Second.
Second?
Yeah, mosquitoes are the most dangerous. When he chucks this away, it's like, dude, come on.
Why? It's real.
It's symbolic. Thinks there's no point now that there's dinosaurs running around. But they're not real, they made them use them.
Yeah, but doesn't he spends all of the third Jurassic Park film harping on about how what John Hammond created at the park were just theme park attractions and not real dinosaurs.
Yeah. Wow.
Less said about the third one, the better.
Yeah.
That's right.
There is no third one. Lost World is brilliant.
Yeah, loads of people rag on about Lost World, but I really enjoyed it.
Lost World's a great film.
I didn't see anything wrong with
It's
it.
got Pete Postlethwaite in it. I mean, God, you can't go wrong.
And he's another unsung badass.
Oh,
he's just awesome in that.
Film. It's such a good movie. It's still like it's probably still the best King Kong remake I've ever seen.
I wouldn't have gone there. Why do you go there?
Well, that's good it is, isn't it? They go to an island and collect the big monsters and take it back, and it goes mad and rampages through the city. It's King Kong.
Well,
even
actually,
the ship,
the Venture. I was going to say.
For God's sake.
I should have guessed.
It's even called the Venture. It's,
Yeah, that is a bit on the nose. I should have guessed it.
It's load better.
I suddenly wish I had ice cream.
I know, I was thinking that.
I'm too easily...
You ever get that thing in films where...
I'm too easily swayed by
stuff
it.
that people eat in movies like, oh, that looks really
Yeah,
good.
I really am too easily swayed by that. I mean, I saw one film where someone was having a hot dog and I immediately had to pop down to Sainsbury's and get myself a stack of hot dogs.
Oh, God, that is bad. You had to eat them all because they were melting, and then there's a story about the flea circus.
This is where we get where he came from.
Yeah.
Talking about coming down from Scotland.
When we have control, there is no control, John. That's the illusion.
It does kind of show the different calibers of actor. He's really, really good, and she's not that good.
Oh, don't be mean to Laura Dern. She's cool.
No. After he's going on about his backstories and his dreams and all that kind of stuff, and he's like getting really caught up in it. And then she starts whining on about, that's the illusion. You never really had control. That just seems so hollow after his delivery.
Maybe it's the line, not her. Maybe there's no way you could say that without it signed in a bit.
I don't know. It's like someone trying to. It's like one of the someone trying to sing alongside Tom Jones. You can do it, but you can tell the difference.
Wow.
You know the type of thing. How many different
saying,
duets
yeah.
have there been between Tom Jones and someone else? And his contemporaries.
Oh man, such an awesome actor. So amazing.
I went back and watched Great Escape a few months back.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously that's way early in his career.
Yeah.
This was one. I think this was one of the first things I ever. Jurassic Park was one of the first things I ever saw. Rich Attenborough in.
Yeah, of course.
And then to hear Richard
from that generation.
And then to hear Rich Attenborough was in this film. I was like, oh right, I'm going. Which one's he? Yeah. You know, the main character. One of the main characters.
So awesome. But what's his name out of Halloween's in it as well, isn't he? He's the Forger. Absolutely phenomenal.
Oh yes, the one that goes blind. Yeah.
I can see perfectly.
I'm sorry, I only ever see him as Blofeld. It's impossible for me to see him as anything other than Blofeld.
The guy was Blofeld.
Yeah.
Oh god. So
that was the first time I saw him. Was in You Only Live Twice.
Mm. The horrendous scar on his eye, and the cat.
The cat spazzes out halfway through the actions. Yeah, you see him basically holding on to the thing as it's trying to escape. Now, we always go on about the T-Rex being this amazing bit of animatronics, but that head there is really good as well.
Stan Winston and that. I mean, it's just... And the guy was like a god.
There will never be another.
They won't.
Basically because it's a dead art. No one does it anymore.
Well, they do. There's a lot more of it in films than you think.
What, animatronics?
Mm. And that company's still going, it's Alec Gillis and all that.
But if they can go they can go 3D whenever they can now, because they can do it so well these days.
Yeah. It's not as good though.
Well, it gets to the point where, in order to accommodate for it, everything else has to be 3D as well.
I know. It doesn't feel. I don't know. It doesn't feel the same, does it? That's just weird.
It doesn't feel tactile.
It's impossible to quite describe why.
Well, it's the uncanny valley thing. You sort of see it and you know it's not real.
Yeah. Whereas even if these don't move exactly right, then, there's something...
You know it's really there.
Because it's actually there, yeah.
It may be a puppet, but it's a fucking huge puppet.
Yeah. It's a puppet!
Yay! Covered in mucus. It's scarred for life.
Yeah. Try to think what diseases you've picked up as well. No one ever thinks about that. Oh my god. Something horrendous.
And I know these kids pop up in the second one, but they should be in therapy in the second one. They're still going through some traumatic events and stuff.
Dino eggs.
Now, I know he's fascinated by these things, but does he have to sniff it?
I don't know.
Does he really have to sniff it?
At least he didn't taste it or something.
Yeah.
People
He didn't go full Doctor Who and lick it.
No.
See, why? What information are you going to get from that? It's an egg.
Yeah, but then they've never existed before.
Yeah, but it's the way he does it so casually. Like, this is what I always do around broken eggs. When I'm making my breakfast, I take a deep breath.
Oh, weird. Stop it. Little tracks. Weird little footprints. Life found a way. Yeah, because
oh, that's the shot there. It's like, look at me.
There's a bit of a pin-up calendar shot, isn't it? It's
it's distressing that it's just a room. Oh, right, it's for her sake. It's for Laura Dern's sake. It's like, I'll just unbutton my shirt. See this? You want some of this, don't you?
Oh, God. Shut up.
You want a slice of the Malcolm, right?
Oh. Behave. You're ruining it.
It wouldn't be the same if he didn't have a cigarette in hand.
No, he's just made to smoke in this. It's just, he's awesome.
He was born smoking, I just noticed.
Samuel L. Jackson's just incredible in this film. I think he's one of my favourite characters in it.
And he does the explaining really well as well. Like, he knows what he's doing. Like, he makes the character know what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's so world weary.
Yeah.
It's lovely. It's like, I've been doing this for years.
Yeah, I can fix this. I know what the problem is, but it's going to be a fucking nightmare. Do I have to?
So many programmers I know. Like, oh God, really? Got to turn it all off. When it all comes down to it, switch it off and switch it back on.
I tell you what, honestly, my first PC had this massive red switch on the side of it, which was just like one of those things, because it was some homemade thing that my uncle made for us. So it had this massive red power switch on the side of it, and it did literally go clunk.
Awesome, that's what you want.
Clunk to turn it on and off.
All you've got to do is reprogram it all. Oh no, wait, that's not what we wanted.
Factory settings.
Yeah. Oh, look at that lighting! Wow. That is awesome. Those torches are amazing.
Those stupidly powerful ones. Well, there's a reason they're not pointing at anyone's face, because it'd burn it off. Proper big storm arms as well. No wonder they got some massive battery pack in it.
Yeah. What a beautiful scene.
This is the one bit of CG which doesn't quite stand up, but I think that's because it's the glare of daylight.
It doesn't help.
And they've had problems with that as far back as
forever, and they're still having problems with
Empire Strikes Back with their superimposing
the snow and everything. Yeah, I mean, arguably some of the stuff, the T-Rex sequence and everything does look so good because it's happening in the rain at night.
And there's enough to distract you from the seams.
Yeah.
But this, I was blown away at the cinema.
It's still fantastic.
They're flocking towards us.
Yeah, flocking this way. On that mountain range again, that's in every movie ever.
Every movie and the entire series of Lost.
Yeah.
This must be the most filmed valley in history.
It must be. I think you can see the people from Mighty Joe Young on the next ride.
We're running. Actually, that's better than I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was that bit where they're jumping out. That's a bit iffy.
Still great, though.
They timed it perfectly with the
still accept it.
rocking of the trees and stuff.
Yeah. Boom. Grab it, yeah.
When this came out, there were two versions of a video game that came out. One for the Sega Mega Drive and one for the Super Nintendo.
Yes. I had the version on the Game Boy.
I was always envious of the one on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was a sort of top-down shooter type thing.
Yeah, that's what it was like.
There were like T-Rexes and stuff which came out of the trees.
Yeah,
from the side and stuff.
They were,
and I was thinking, that looks awesome. Because
really hard.
but
hard game.
The Mega Drive version was just a side-on platformer.
Yeah, but you could either be Raptor or Alan.
Yeah, but it just wasn't as good.
It wasn't as good. No. Graphically, it was superior, but that was about it.
I don't know who did it. I don't know if they were both done by Ocean. I know that the Nintendo one was definitely Ocean.
Ocean, God, it's going back now.
Yeah.
Please.
They're like top-notch group.
They were like this benchmark.
Well, they were the movie license. They set themselves up as the movie license.
Terminator and all that. I remember that Terminator 2 video game for that was amazing. That was the first cartridge game I ever had. Because I got a later version of the Commodore 64 and it came with a cartridge slot.
Oh yeah.
And it came with that, and the fact that it loaded instantly just blew my mind.
You didn't have to wait.
Yeah,
hours
you just plugged it in and turned it on. It was there. It was so hard. You used to start on the bike, like this top-down view of you on the bike going down the drainage thing, being chased by the lorry, and you had to avoid everything as this lorry was trying to rear-end you. It was brilliant.
We were going on about powerful female characters. This is a powerful female character here.
Yeah, totally.
Because, this is something that they addressed way back in '93. It was never a new thing.
Yeah, because she's not treated differently.
Yeah, but it crops up here. It crops up here. He goes, it should be me.
Because I'm a...
and you're a...
We'll discuss sexism and survival situations later.
It's it's such a non-issue. Let's just get on with it, shall we?
Really? You're going to do that now? It's like... You're an old guy, we're young, he's got guns, just stay here and read the thing. Jesus.
I'm fairly sure that she's one of the models for, or one of the characters they had in mind when they were drawing up Lara Croft.
Oh, potentially.
Tomb Raider. Because, under that little pink number that she's wearing on top there, she's got the sort of vest type thing, which is identical to what Croft wears.
Yeah.
And then she's got the shorts and the boots.
Yeah.
Just give her a couple of sidearms and a British accent, and instant Lara Croft.
Brunette and a ponytail.
I really
Tells you that my boss worked on that, didn't I?
What, Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
Yeah, you work for Call?
Yeah, wherever they were when they were starting out, yeah.
I really wish this guy survived.
I know.
He's such a cool
He does have
guy.
one of the best scenes in a movie ever, and it's so unbelievably quotable. Clever girl.
I just think of that episode of Spaced now.
It's just so good.
We're being hunted. Don't
we
worry.
can make it.
I've got her.
No. We're being hunted. I've hunted most things that can hunt you. But how many times does she jump over that same log? Never mind.
This is why Jurassic Park 3 was crap. It didn't have a big game hunter in it. A British big game hunter.
Yeah, it's true. He is straight out of 1928 or something, isn't he? It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but before this he was searching for King Solomon's mines.
He was. Oh, God. Oh. Sean Connery in League of
Extraordinary Gentlemen, Quartermain, yeah.
Yeah, Quartermain.
There was actually a version of King Solomon's Mines which had Sharon Stone in it.
They made versions of that so many times.
But it was a really horrible, it was like utter trash. And trash to the point where they lied on the back of the box. Because, it was set in the 19th century. But on the back of the box, it said the heroes are fighting Nazis. And so you've not read the book, have you? In fact, I don't think you've seen the film that you're writing about. There are no Nazis in this. I think there's a German guy in it who's one of the bad guys, but he's not a Nazi. He's just German.
Oh, God. See, what's in that compound that requires wire between the cables? Because the T-Rex compound didn't have that. So something smaller and meaner that can get out.
Something smaller and meaner, but can still jump high enough that you need it to be that tall.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't understand what they're trying to keep out.
Unless it's like the main perimeter fence between everything else.
Yeah, it's designed to keep everything in.
In fact, I think that's what it was. But I think the bit where he pretended to be electrocuted, that's constantly held up as the greatest dad joke in history.
It's such a thing that a dad would do. My dad used to do shit like that all the time. This sort of passive-aggressive abuse stuff that the parents, especially dads, do to you. Like, just fuck with your head. It's like, what?
Oh, there's...
That is an awesome shot.
What, from
just
down?
Passing the camera underneath as they swap over. It's like Spielberg doesn't do sort of, he doesn't do showy camera work much.
But that is a proper dynamic
when
shot.
When he does it, it's lovely. It's like, that's really neat. So how can we show them carrying in a single shot? It's like, there you go.
I think it's because Spielberg films people. As
he just films.
He films the interactions of characters, and you don't need dynamic shots for that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like what's happening on the screen is enough. It's like when you watch the original Star Wars movies, they don't have clever camera work in them.
Because
the stuff that's happening on the screen is enough. You know, the Battle of Endor and stuff, the spaceships are flying around enough. You don't need to do a barrel roll with the camera to make it more interesting. It doesn't need it. And they could have done it at that point. The tech was there.
They could have, but you didn't really need
pointless.
to.
Yeah, exactly, and that's it. And it's like modern films, you've got to fly the camera through the exhaust of a spaceship, through all the corridors and out the windshield, just to show something that you don't need it. It's just like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if? It's like, or not.
I want all the lights in my house controlled by a control box like that, so I can just press the buttons.
Do you want them labelled with those labels?
Yeah. I just rename the rooms and stuff.
And then try and remember what the hell
What the hell does this button do? I want to press it, but I don't know what it'll do.
Wow.
Oh, fuck. You see,
he's fine.
Yeah.
He's fine.
But
it's only about a minute.
There's video clips you can find online of people like touching cables above railways and stuff. And there aren't just little bits of sparks like that.
But he's also not on the ground. He's not earthed. So that's probably one of the reasons it doesn't really kill it. Yeah. That bit, that scared the crap out of me in the cinema. That I really did not.
It's a proper jump scare. Because there haven't been any jump scares up until that point.
And also, you've never seen a raptor till now. You're like,
that's
what
the point.
The hell is that?
Your first introduction to them. And it's coming out the fucking wall at you.
Straight out the wall. Oh, Mr. Whatever. Oh, shit. That's
the second bit of blood. That's the second bit of blood
you've seen as well, and it's right next to one of those.
So wait, and the raptor ate him and then tucked his arm away over there just to fuck with it.
Yeah,
Raptor's
totally.
a dick.
And then hid itself in the wall to wait.
And then I'm going to hide back
when
here.
When someone turns the power back on, I'm going to totally have him. Oh yeah, it's okay to rest now that I'm in the jungle where there's loads of them. I've locked that one safely away, but I'll just stop here where there's like another 8 or something.
Yeah, I was never really convinced by a sort of sudden asthma attack there or whatever it was she was doing, whether it was a panic fit.
Yeah, just crapped herself. Yeah. In fairness, most people I probably would. It probably actually died back there somewhere. Oh god, it's got teeth, I'm dead.
Yeah, I guess I haven't been chased by anything like that before, so I can't really talk about reactions, but...
Screaming and crying and probably
well, I don't know. I think
amongst the options of oh my god.
I think, given my reaction to minor things, I'm probably just more likely to fall quiet and shit myself than anything.
just pops out of the bush.
Clever girl.
He might have stood a chance if he just shot it instead of like saying stuff. Wave the bushes in front of it so we don't see his face getting mauled on. That is amazing. That animatronic.
What, the
and
eye?
how did they do the little eye lens going across? Because they have the little.
Well, it would have been a custom thing. It would have been made just for that shot.
Yeah, but to get it to do it that fast, it's really lovely.
Well, that's puppeteering.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't it gorgeous?
I mean, think of how long they spend playing with these things before they actually film them. There would be a huge amount of practice and stuff.
Such a good movie. So ridiculously insanely good. I think every lobby needs this.
What, a T-Rex eating something?
The amount of places I've worked that would just need it. Like the lobby at Rare.
It would benefit from a T-Rex, yeah.
Phenomenal. It's like a T-Rex skeleton.
I wonder what the lobby at Rare looks like now, because I've been told that all the old stuff was taken down.
Oh,
so it probably just has Microsoft plastered all over it.
Yeah. It just has a loading bar.
The red ring of death.
Yeah, it's just in the middle of the room. It's just like... Wouldn't that be lovely if it was being renovated or something and it was halfway through being built and you just put like a loading thing in the middle of the room?
Studio now loading.
Yeah. Please wait.
Oh, this is another.
Do not switch it off.
do not put any. I love this bit where he looks at the desserts and just.
He's a brilliant
What am I
actor.
going to eat first?
The way he's completely fucked from walking around.
See, she's in Lara Croft mode here.
Yeah. She's also lost the ability to talk for some reason. She goes limping up to him. I don't know what she's done to her leg, but something.
That's a jello.
Yeah. Oh my god, food. He's bleeding from his ears. That cannot be good, can it? This basically means that his brain is liquefied or something.
Well, yeah, how many volts run through him?
Because they come in the way the Raptor would have come in Jurassic World. Because they come in behind that screen. So you get to see how that Raptor got in.
Oh,
because they left. When Laura Dern and that went out, they took the other Jeep.
Oh, right. So that's how. Okay.
And it just gets in through the back door. Which I thought was lovely. It was like, it just fills in a few of the little blanks. It's like, that's cool. But without pointing it out to you either. It's like if you're concentrating, you're like, oh yeah, because you're the other side of the glass.
Yeah,
with the Raptor painted.
I'm just thinking now. Jurassic World could have been ruined so much if they had actual flashbacks to this.
Yeah, doesn't need it.
They would have ruined it so much.
Oh, the kitchen scene.
This bit, first time when you watch it now, it does drag on a bit because you know exactly what's going to happen. All the tension.
But also, we're watching it with the sound off, which makes the pacing feel a bit different. You haven't got the music pushing it. Because the soundtrack on this bit is pretty phenomenal. Is
there music behind it? I thought it was fairly. I mean, it must be fairly low until the action starts up. But I
think it is on this bit where the doors open.
But the sheer
gorgeous bit where it calls the other one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But
isn't it actually prefaced by the fact that he just said something about
unless they've learned how to open doors.
And then it just cuts that, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
But the bit where it's coming after her reflection, and she's desperately trying to close the lid.
It's just brilliant, that. Look at that animation, man.
Is that animatronic or is that's animatronic? Well, the one
I got a funny feeling. Actually, seeing this without sound and watching it again, that shot where it's in the doorway beforehand, looks like stop mo.
Well, maybe they
reused
it.
If they did use a few of the shots,
because it's either that or animatronic, I'd say, because it wasn't CG.
Yeah, it was just something totally.
But the way the camera made it blur makes me think that it was actually animatronic.
Yeah, but don't forget that. What's his name? The guy that did the stop mo stuff invented Go Motion. Which was a way of putting blur into stop mo because they used it in Empire Strike Back. It's a technique where you keep the camera filming when you move stuff so that it actually gives it motion blur. Which is what they were going to use to do the dinosaurs in this anyway. So it potentially could actually be a stop mo.
Well, I mean, they'd already because I can imagine this bit and the T-Rex bit being the bits that they would have done first and foremost.
That's amazing. So good.
If they were doing the stop motion.
It slides on the metalwork. It's gorgeous. Like, oh, shit.
The real thought that they're put
Slippery,
into it.
yeah. No fucking way.
I'm not moving.
No, it's like licks the spoon and stuff.
Yeah, it's the sound effect that goes with that. The sort of lapping sound effect. It's like, oh.
Oh my god. But they're too smart, man. It's absolutely terrifying.
But her intention was to always hide in there, but she can't do it, and that's what sort of freaks me out.
I know. Oh crap! That is too close by far. Like it's like literally like a couple of inches away.
It's like one of those nightmares where you want to do something but you can't.
Oh. This bit had music, which builds it.
Yeah. Well, I knew there was music during the action.
Like, oh my god, fucking run! And the floor's all slippery because it's melted and shit. It's like, oh my god, just run, get out! Oh my god!
I love it, and I love this bit where the girls just the girls just run.
That one's fucked. There's no way that's getting out of there, is there? So we've only got 2 left, and he has a heart attack. It's just like grabbing him, and it's just watching him. It's like, son of a bitch.
Your ass is mine.
A little smile. It's really creepy. It's like, oh yeah, you can run.
Now, there's only one bit in this film that I really don't like, and that's where the girls faff around on the computer trying to restart it.
Yeah.
Both the adults are propping up the door.
Yeah.
And then what's the boy doing? He's just jumping up and down on the spot, rather than, maybe giving the adults the gun that they're struggling to reach.
Well, that's a really good point. I didn't even ever thought about it.
That's the one bit which really.
She's trying to. Oh yeah. He's like having a meltdown.
You fucking tool.
I don't think I've ever noticed that.
God, no! Why are you doing that? There's a gun on the floor. You walked past it.
I totally never even thought about that.
God, he's a dick.
Oh man, you've ruined his character. What a jackass! He's just going to sit in backseat drive while they're struggling to get the rifle.
He doesn't even do that.
Oh man.
See, look.
Yeah. What is he doing at this point?
Hey Tim, you know the gun that I'm trying to reach?
Hey,
yes, no, don't hit the chair. Pass me the gun, you fuck.
You're there doing nothing.
And that's the most unintuitive operating system I've ever seen.
Oh, that's Unix.
It's a unit system. You know, the one that runs so slowly that no one ever used it outside of this park?
Yeah.
It's got to slowly pan across to each world. Why didn't they install Windows?
Yeah. God. But everything loads up really quick though, so it's because you got to admit, once you hit the button, that is on the board.
What, you mean the electricity runs at normal speed?
Well, yeah, but it's got to load all that shit. So it just presses it.
Electricity now loading.
Oh, I love this as well, Mr. Hammond. The phones are working.
No shit.
It's lovely.
Oh, there's a bit here where Attenborough...
Tell they're winning because they're quipping again now.
But there's a bit here where John Hammond has a panic attack.
Oh, yeah,
here.
because he thinks that they shot the Raptors, yeah.
Yeah, that bit, that actually really kind of chilled me to the core when I was a kid to hear him shriek out like that. Because it actually took me a while to work out what he was saying, because it's just one word, and it's Grant. But I didn't get that the first time round. Oh, and there's a bit coming up where you see, I think it's the kid that drops down.
Yeah.
But this is one bit which blew me away when I first heard about it years ago.
Oh, they superimpose
Yeah, they superimpose their face.
They?
It's a stunt person.
That is amazing.
It's a stunt, and I never knew that.
Considering,
And they just had this stunt person look up briefly. Yeah. They just had this stunt person look up briefly just so they could superimpose her face.
Wait for it.
There
you go. That's amazing.
And when I first heard about it, that's what happened. That just blew me away. I just thought you can do anything with computers.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think a lot of other people thought the same thing. And there are obviously some things you can't do with computers.
Do everything with CG then, because we've sorted this now. Got it nailed.
No.
Raptors, more raptors. Oh, you know, dear, how expensive those are. What are you doing?
Worst theme park ride ever. Ow.
Yeah.
Boom. He's constantly getting stuff dropped on him.
Yeah, it just stops just in time every time.
Cars, bones. Oh, this look that the raptor gives here. You and you.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Yeah. I had this dream and you were there and you were there and you were there.
And
Look, there's a huge hole. This is where the T-Rex comes in. You actually see it. It's jutting outside into the distance. And why everyone goes, oh, I don't understand how it crept up on them, because there's like a big opening. Here you go.
it came in the same way, yeah.
It's going out through the hole.
But I love the music that sort of just
Hey,
rises.
look, its tail still through
I
the
can
hole.
see
You
it.
can see the
Yeah.
jungle beyond. What's wrong with people?
But the score kicks up
Oh,
here.
yeah.
It's just absolutely epic.
I did love that it still had the scars from this
Yeah,
in
in
the
the
new
dress.
one. It was like, oh, it's the same.
All the little nods to it, like
It's so lovely.
like the way
Attention to detail.
it associates the flare with food. So
Yeah,
every time they're feeding it, they throw a flare in, which is kind of sick. But
Kind of what we do now. It's okay with it.
But in both the Lost World, in both Jurassic Park Lost World and
This shot.
yeah,
Oh my god.
that's awesome.
Nice.
It's got the fanfare and
Yeah.
everything. But in both the second film and Jurassic
And the logo
World,
covered in mud at the end.
in both the second film and Lost World, in both the second film and Jurassic World, you've got the fanfare kicks up each time, or just quietly.
Yeah.
Each time they return to that building, and I just
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that because in Jurassic World especially, you don't hear the theme that much,
No.
except for the bit where they go back there,
Mm.
and when the T-Rex shows up again.
Yeah.
It was all going so well.
God, didn't you just want one of those canes?
That wouldn't fit my curio cabinet. I'm sure you can get one somewhere.
Oh yeah. Get everything they can.
I've decided not to endorse your park.
Yeah. After some consideration.
It was Jurassic World that ends with the flying dinosaurs going out over the ocean, I think.
Potentially.
I think it's that one. Because when I first saw this on VHS, it had been a while since I'd seen it at the cinema, and I couldn't remember what I'd seen. But I wasn't alone in thinking that those were the...
I know loads of
actors.
people thought.
Loads of people thought they
see
were...
the feathers.
We can now, but on a grainy VHS.
Yeah, clearly not.
Yeah. I mean, you know now, but I'm sort of wondering if that's why in Jurassic World they actually made those. It was a
Yeah.
repeat of that scene, but they actually made them the pterodactyls. And off we go into the sunset. Spielberg likes doing that.
Oh, yeah, why not?
It's a good way to
Good
end
way
things.
to end a film, isn't it? Wow.
That was quality.
Oh man, in that Jurassic Park, just awesome.
It stands the test of time. That we can watch it
If
now,
you get the author to write the screenplay as well, it's usually a good idea.
or at least lend a hand with it. Yeah. But yeah, that really stands the test of time. I mean, yeah, it shows
With the sound off, great movie.
I mean, it shows its age only because of the tech that's being used, not how it's being used.
Yeah.
So you've got these clunky old computers and stuff, but yeah, fine. That's because it's set in the 90s.
Yeah.
And it still stands up because of the effects and whatnot.
Oh man, so good.
Bob Peck. Who was Bob Peck? My money's on the lawyer.
No, I think he's like the hunter guy, if I remember.
Oh no, he can't be called Bob Peck. Well, I know B.D. Wong is.
Wayne Knight. That's right.
See, he sounds more like the Hundiger.
Wayne Knight's Dennis Nedry.
All right, well, that was Jurassic Park.
That was Jurassic Park. That was very alternative.
Alternative comedy for Jurassic Park. The end. Goodbye.